إن الحمد لله إن الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله الأنبياء والمرسلين. I welcome you all to this webinar. I know this is late for some people and early for some people in Los Angeles and the other areas, but we wanted to get us all together. Our expectation was the packages would be released and we would do a live webinar. But we want to take this opportunity to kind of recap and prepare everybody so that as soon as the packages are ready, you are able to move forward quickly and fast, inshallah ta'ala. Okay. So I'm going to go through a few slides, okay, just to recap. But after that, I want to open up the floor for Q&A. So have your questions ready. Raise your hand if you don't want to speak on the live. Raise your hand. I mean, put your questions in the chat. If you are interested, you can raise your hand and inshallah ta'ala will enable you for Q&A, inshallah ta'ala. Okay. All right. So get started. So it's very important to understand the criteria, package criteria. So the different aspects of a package, these are the different aspects. Package price, very important. The dates of the package, including the when are you supposed to leave and the duration. The gateways, the airports, closer to you, do you have to get a connecting flight, etc. And I'll kind of review this a little bit more, inshallah. Hotel location in Makkah, very important. This is something that you need to understand so that when you make the selection, you make the right selection. The camp type, again, very important. Hotel occupancy, for some people, this is very important. For some people, they are open to it. So shifting, non-shifting, we talked about this part here. This is not very critical, but it reduces the cost. But you need to understand what is shifting. Shifting is basically where during the days of the Hajj, a few days before the days of the Hajj, or immediately after the Hajj, you're moved to either a hotel away from Haram or close to Haram, one or the other, okay? Non-shifting, you don't move anywhere, you stay in the same hotel. The first city of arrival, okay? So these are the major areas of this thing. The most important one, of course, is the service provider to me, okay? Not because I am aligned with Rawaf, but it's the service provider is the one that makes all the local arrangements for you, okay? And it's very important to pick the right service provider so that your journey, the journey of your lifetime, is easy and simple on you, inshallah ta'ala. Okay, so these are the hotels in Makkah. I mean, I'm not gonna go through all those points that I shared earlier. I just want to go through some key points. The hotels in Makkah. These are the hotels that at least we are interested in that Rawaf has. Okay, so let me start with this. The question keeps coming up: what is close to Haram? The close to Haram is Tilal and Marriott. Okay, Marriott is about 500 meters, which is about 7 to 8 minutes of walk, very easy walk. Tilal is about 5 minutes walk. It's just coming around the corner. It's just around the corner of the Haram courtyard, basically. Okay. Then the next one, if you look at it from an Azizia perspective, there is the Millennium, okay, very good hotel. And then right behind is the Ibis, and across from it are the Nesmat, okay. Ibis and Nesmat, it's about 2.4 miles approximately to the Haram. This is walk I'm giving, okay. The taxi is also going to be around the same time. And to the Jamarat, it's about 1 mile, a little bit over a mile, whereas Millennium is just about a mile from the Jamarat, basically. Okay, these are things that it's very important to note these things. Okay, from Millennium, it's about 2.5 miles to the Haram. 65 minutes. There are shuttles from all these locations here: Millennium, Ibis, and Nesmat. But the shuttle after the 5th of Dhul Hijjah, due to the road closures, becomes a little bit lesser. Okay, frequency drops. Sometimes it'll even stop. Okay, because the roads around the Haram here are closed by the Makkah police, not because something the Sir Rawaf doesn't want to have shuttle. It's because of the road closures. Then the other hotel, Novotel, a very good hotel. It's considered a luxury hotel. It's located here. It's about 1.6 miles walk to the Haram. And to the Jamarat, it's about a little bit over 3 miles. Okay. So this is a luxury hotel. And then there is a standard economy hotel, which is the Imar International. It's about a mile walk to the Haram and to the Jamarat. If you want to know, it's about 2.8, almost 3 miles walk to the Jamarat. Okay, so these are the hotels that at least that we are interested in. Rawaf does have several other hotels. There is Shuruk, Darul Shuruk here. There are a few other hotels here that you can see on Rawaf's webpage. Okay, but this is just to give you an idea of the hotels. The second important part that you have to be very careful in making a decision is there are two camps. The camps in Mina. Al-Kafsh camp, which is basically has VIP facilities, okay, better bathroom facilities, lesser number of people. It's about 20 to 30 people in a room area, the tent area, basically. Okay, it's about 0.5 miles walk to the Jamarat, and the transportation from Jamarat, from Mina to Muzdalifah and to Arafat is by train. Okay, now Al Masim, it's about 2.5 to 3 miles walk to the Jamarat. This is each way. Okay, now bear this in mind. 3 days during the Mashayar. The Mashayar is basically the days of the Hajj, which is the 5 days from the 8th of Dhul Hijjah until the 12th of Dhul Hijjah. Okay, so during that period of time, you are going to walk to the Jamarat 3 times. Okay, whether it is from Masim or Al Kabsh. From Al Masam, it's about 2.5 to 3 miles walk each way. Okay, there is no transportation available for to the Jamarat. There are lots of people. They give lots of other options. You can walk, etc. But in general, there is no transportation, and realistically, there isn't one. The people who talk about it, they talk about going to Haram, coming back. It's a long haul, basically. So don't even think about it. It's a walk. It's not a difficult walk, but you should be prepared for it. Now, the capacity, Al-Kapsh only has about 5,000, just about 5,000, I believe, which means the chances of getting a package with Al-Kapsh, selecting an Al-Kapsh with a package, chances becomes reduced. Whereas Al-Masam is about 40,000 plus. This is a very large camp area, and Rawaf will have one of the biggest camp in the Al-Masam. So your chances of getting a package and selecting an Al-Masam camp is much, much higher than with the Al-Kabsh. So bear this in mind. Unless you absolutely have to have the Al-Kabsh camp, please go with the Al-Masam camp. I'll explain just in a minute why it is very critical. Now, when you are looking at the package, I want you to start thinking of what are your criterias. Okay, so some of the criterias are the hotel proximity to Haram. Okay, how close is it to Haram? The camp, Al-Kafsh Al-Masim, the quality rating of the hotel, the check-in date. Okay, the occupancy, the flights, group flight, custom flight, travel dates, package duration, package cost. So once you look at all these things, go ahead and prioritize them. I mean, all of them cannot be the most priority one. Okay, so if you zero in on your most priority, what are the criteria that are most critical to you? Okay, then it'll make it much easier when you're looking at the package to selecting the package. Okay, otherwise you'll be going all over the place. This flight, that place, occupancy, no occupancy, this occupancy. Zero in on your most critical aspects when you're looking for package. Okay, this way you'll reduce your time while you're selecting the packages, and when you are ready to purchase the package, you'll basically end up saying, wait a minute, my most critical thing is Haram. Let me concentrate on the package that is closest to the Haram, or my most critical thing is the quality rating or the Al-Kabsh. I need Al-Kabsh, so start working on that one. Okay, so it'll make it much easier. So just to give you an idea, I'm giving you an idea here. The Zone hotels, if you look at the hotel proximity to Haram, it's across, okay? And this one is less than 0.5 miles, as we saw with the Marriott. Zone C, which are basically considered the hotels, which is the Emaar International and Novotel, it's about, 0.5 to 1 mile approximately this distance. And the zone, let me get this out. Zone M and D, it's about, as we saw, it's about 3 to 5 miles approximately. Okay, more closer to the 3 miles. Okay. Camp, again, a decision making. You have to look at this rating, very important. The check-in date is very important. Okay, you have to look at what is the check-in date, because the check-in date is also important for the Makkah hotels because if you're arriving after the 5th of Dhul Hijjah, you have to understand about the shuttle situation to go to the Haram for performing the Umrah. And this becomes much more critical with Zone C and Zone D. With Zone A and Zone B being right across, even if you come on 5th of Dhul Hijjah, it's not that critical, okay? Occupancy, for some, most of the packages will come with quad, okay? Some packages will offer triple or double. This is where you need to make a determination. Is occupancy critical to me? Then you put the prioritization here, 1, 2, 3, and then you can use that while you're selecting package. Flights, groups or custom, very important decision here, okay? Are you okay to have a gateway that comes with a group flight? Okay, our recommendation is please go with group flight because with a custom flight, it is basically a portal, it's a marketplace pricing. That means at the time of the purchase, which is sometime in February, even though you will have selected, even though you will have found the appropriate flight route for yourself, okay? But on the day of the purchase, if that route is not available, or if that price for the route has gone up and you have not funded your e-wallet correctly, that will become a problem. Whereas a group flight, it is already determined, the cost is determined, the route is determined, it is fixed, it's reserved. There is no chances of losing that one basically. So consider this one. Use a connecting flight. If you cannot find a gateway that is close to you, consider a gateway that is further away and arrange for a connecting flight later on, inshallah ta'ala. Okay. Travel dates. Departure is okay. When you see a package date refers to the check-in date. That basically means you need to take into consideration the amount of time it takes for you to fly from your gateway to Jeddah or Medina. Okay, so generally for people who are traveling from United States, you need to add 1 day. So if the package says May 12th, you need to add 1 day and you should consider departure date as being 5/11. Okay, so this is something that you need to take into consideration. Several packages are starting from the 12th or the 20th, basically somewhere in that or the 21st. And the return starts from 31st onwards. You cannot return before the 31st because that is almost the 13th of Dhul Hijjah. So the return from there starts from the 31st and it can go up to the 6th, July 6th. I'm sorry, June 6th or a little bit later, okay? The duration is anywhere from the shortest duration is the 10 days. Then beyond that, it could be 12, 13, 14, 21 days, etc. I think 21 days is the most that you will get, okay? So this is the duration. Package cost, of course, very important, right? But the package cost is it's a model that is based on your hotel in Makkah, the camp time that you select, the occupancy, the flight, etc. Okay, just bear this in mind. The package cost that you're going to see when you filter and look for packages, that is only for the hotels, the quad occupancy, the transportation within Saudi Arabia, and the camp, and the I'm sorry, not the camp, and the visa basically. And then from what we understand this time, you're going to be allowed to pick the camp type. Okay, so let me just get to that one. Okay, before I get to that, I want to talk about how do you calculate for funding the e-wallet. Okay, so for the funding of the e-wallet, you take the package price, you multiply it by the number of members. Okay, and then you add what we recommend is you add a buffer. We are suggesting add at least 2,000 to 3,000 Saudi riyals per person. Now, again, this one, the package price, you should pick the package that is the most expensive in your preferred packages. Okay, let's say you have selected one package which is you're okay with the package for $10,000. Okay, but then you looked at one that maybe if this doesn't work, I'm willing to go with a package that is $11,000. Then here you should take the $11,000 into consideration. Okay, you need to multiply by the number of members in your family, and then for each person add at least about $800 to $1,000 into that one, just in case if there is a issue that comes up in the last minute. Okay, so just to give you an example, for a 2% family with a budget of, let's say you pick a $13,000 package, you plan for $26,000, add about $2,000, at least $1,000 for each person. So you would be planning to fund your e-wallet with at least $28,000. Okay. So this is something that you got to keep in mind. Now, all the prices that you'll find on Nusuk are based on reals. So keep that in mind. It is not based on dollars. Here, I'm just giving you some idea here, which is based on 3.75 approximately, but the figures that are given are all in Saudi riyals. Let's talk about the e-wallet a little bit, okay? So e-wallet, standard cards, they charge about 3% for a foreign transaction fee. That can add up pretty well, okay? So we have been asking you for the last 2-3 months, look for a credit card. Talk to your credit card company to see if they charge a foreign transaction fee. See if you can upgrade your credit card to one that will not not charge you the foreign transaction fee. As you can see, for a $26,000, it can be about $780. So if you have to pay annual fee, consider it. Again, this is a decision that you have to make. Otherwise, you'll end up paying this amount of money. Consider using multiple cards, okay, so that you know that you have a little bit of time, in case if you don't have proper limits. If you have lower credit limit, this is something you need to check with the credit card. This option we are suggesting to you. Before you do it, check with your credit card company to make sure that it doesn't cause you any additional hardship, such as your card being canceled, etc. Okay. Some credit card company do not are okay with this one. You can if your limit is low, you can pay off the card quickly and then use it back again to charge, okay, after a few days, okay? So that is, for example, if you have a limit of, let's say, $10,000, you can do this in 3 transactions, okay? E-wallet is nothing but a purse. You can put the money with multiple credit cards in it. It doesn't have to be one single credit card, multiple credit cards. It does not have to be your own credit card. As long as you have permission from your another person, you can use their credit card also. But you can use multiple credit cards. And as of now, we are only aware that MasterCard and Visa are allowed, okay? You can use debit card, but there are some limitations with debit card. You should check with your bank, basically, okay? Now, method comparison, okay? Why credit card? Why debit card? Why bank transfer? Okay, with credit card, it is preferred because it does the instant processing. Okay, and even if there is a fraud alert on it, it's much easier to call the MasterCard, Visa processing center, not the bank. Please understand this. We'll discuss this with you in later webinars, inshallah ta'ala. It's easier to resolve the issue. Okay. With bank transfer, there is a lower recourse, okay, because in case if you have to claim against it, because it's a transfer, it's very difficult, okay. If a transfer fails, cash may be locked for weeks. Remember that, okay? Because the way they do the transfer is they take your transfer, you provide them the IBAN code, you provide them all that information, and you send it away, okay? Now, once it's taken out of your account until it reaches your e-wallet, that amount is locked up. Okay, because they have taken it out of your bank and it's in the mode of being transferred over. So that means that amount is locked up. Okay. Whereas with a credit card, if it doesn't go through, nothing, your limit is still good. Okay, because it fails immediately, so nothing happens to your credit card. Whereas with a bank transfer, you gotta be careful with this one. It can be locked for weeks until they either resolve it or somehow they say, sorry, this doesn't go through, and then they will put the money back into your account, but that could take weeks. So this is something that you have to be aware of. These are some of the reasons that we suggest please consider credit card, okay, unless you have a strong reason not to do it. Okay, blocks. We find the blocks much more with the banks than with the credit card, okay? So most of the time, the banks will block large transfers to Middle East, especially to Saudi Arabia and all those Middle Eastern areas. It triggers a fraud alert, and then it takes considerable amount of effort to get that one off. It is not just going to the bank. You'll have to call their fraud alert department, and you'll have to convince them that this is a valid transaction and there is no issue. So it does take a little bit of time. It is possible. We will help you through it, inshallah ta'ala. Okay. But again, if possible, avoid bank transfer. That's why we talk about it. Okay. Now, proactive steps while you're waiting, remember, all these transactions will happen only when the purchase goes, when the sale opens up. Because right now, I'm sorry, the e-wallet is not, that's not correct. Let me correct myself. The e-wallet, you're funding it right now. Okay. So that means when you will be topping your e-wallet now, so that before the purchase happens, all the funds have to be in your e-wallet. That means you need to go to the bank. Okay, talk to the one of the officers in the bank. Okay, do not go to the teller. Go to one of the officers. Develop the relationship. Explain to them what you're trying to do and develop the relationship. Have them call the fraud department and make sure that there are no blockages anywhere. And if there are any, have them open it up. Okay, this is to be on the safer side. Very clear when you, because there's security concerns here with this thing. Do not share your credit card with anybody. Do not share your IBAN information. Do not share your account information, because these are all security. You have to always take this into consideration. Okay. For credit cards, we have, as we discussed about the foreign transaction fee, there are some credit card that we have noticed from last year's experience that does not charge foreign transaction fee. This is just a suggestion we are giving you. Please note it. Call the credit card company before making an assumption that this is 100% valid. Okay, this is based on our last year's experience. So if you have any one of this credit card, call the institution and ask them, do you charge a foreign transaction fee? And if they do, as I said earlier, see if you can upgrade it to a level that you don't have to pay a foreign transaction fee. Okay. For bank transfer, again, go for the bigger bank, as bigger as possible, so that major banks have lesser chances of creating a fraud blockages. Or even if they do, with one quick removal of that alert, you might be able to get through. Whereas if you go with a smaller bank, because they still have to go with a major bank for clearing, your chances again reduces. Okay. Currency. Okay. Now, exchange rate that Saudi Riyal has a fixed exchange rate, which is 3.75. So when you're making your calculations, when you're looking at the package prices, you can use 3.75 as this thing, but there are also sometimes it does go down. So be careful. That's why we always ask you to have a buffer area. Okay. So when the e-wallet opens up, which we are hoping, inshallah ta'ala, it will open up soon, do a quick test transaction with a small amount first. You should not start off with a $10,000. Start with a $50. Do a bank transfer with $100. Okay. And see how that goes through. And then if that goes through without any issue, you're ready to start funding your e-wallet. Very, very important. Okay. Please do not request withdrawal. Once you are able to activate your e-wallet, you will see this one. There is a button here that says withdrawal. Okay. It is unfortunately right next to top up. Okay. Once you do a withdrawal of your amount, that amount gets blocked, and that amount of time it takes for the amount to come back to your bank account or your credit card could be several weeks. Okay. Until that period of time, your amount is blocked. Please bear this in mind. That means in case if by mistake or even if you out of frustration you do this withdrawal, please bear in mind this can have consequences for you, that in case if you decide to go with a package and you will not have that amount available to you. So stay away from this. Avoid this button with everything possible. Even if you're frustrated or even if you decide, no, I don't think I want to go, just leave the funds in there just for a short period of time until all the packages are gone. Then you can be certain that you are going to withdraw, and then you can withdraw it. The other thing is about the refund. Okay, we have seen people make this mistake. Once you buy the package, there are possibilities, there are certain rules that you can request for a refund. And this refund button, unfortunately, I cannot show it to you here because I don't have a screenshot. It's also, again, an easy button just like this. Okay. So stay away from that refund button, because once you request a refund, your package is gone. The package that you purchased is gone. Okay. Once you confirm that you want refund, etc., package is gone. The second challenge with that is there are certain very strict policies where you're going to get the refund. If you request a refund outside of that window, the package will be gone and you will not get the refund. So please be very, very careful with both this withdrawal and refund button, inshallah ta'ala. Costing model. We talked about it earlier. A package is basically package-based price itself, the cost of the camp that you're going to select. If you are requesting any occupancy upgrade, that also adds to the package price, overall package price, and any small options that might be available. And then the cost of the flight. Okay, group flight or custom flight, this is also adds to the cost of the package. Okay, so base package price is about 19 to 35,000 is what we understand. Camp can be anywhere from 6 to 11,000 reals. Remember, all these prices are in reals. Okay. Occupancy upgrade, if you do request it, is about 5 to 10,000 reals. This is something you have to take into consideration. Flights can be anywhere from 8 to 13,000 reals. Searching for packages. Okay. Now, we had said that we are going to do a live demo. Unfortunately, because the packages were not released, we cannot do a live demo. But I want to show you at least one part of this, the search this one at a very high level, so that at least I'm being at least somewhat honest, at least, inshallah. Okay, so let me quickly bring up my, give me a minute. I'll bring up my Nusuk account and I'll show you how to do the searching. Okay, can I get with a thumbs up if you're all able to see my Nusuk screen? Okay, excellent. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. So this is from your Nusuk screen here. Okay. So you click on packages. Okay. Once you click on packages, you will come down here. You will see this search for package. And as you can see, there are 0 records because it has not been. Okay. So here, one of the option is you can type in Rawaf. And if you know a package number, you can click on that one. And then you press search. Okay. So because there are no records available. Okay. The other option is from filtering. Okay. Just move this out of my way. Okay. You can select view available packages only. This is something you can select. Okay. Or you can say preferred package. Remember, when you as part of this one, you selected the preferred category. Okay. This is where it comes into picture here. So if you had selected luxury, for example, and if you select this one, so then only packages that are luxury packages will be displayed. Okay. So I'm going to take that off. So packages that include group flights. Okay. So most of the flights will have group flights as far as I understand this year, at least from a Rawaf perspective. So you can leave this alone if you want. So package category, again, you can select the package category. There. Okay, package category, public packages, custom packages. Public packages are the packages that that has a group flight. Custom packages are the ones with the custom flights, basically. Okay, filter back again. Proximity to Haram, very important for many people, right? So you'd select which zone you want. Zone M, C, B. I'm not certain what this other stands for, but A, B, C, and M. M being the Azizia, the hotels in Azizia. Okay. Camp. You can select which of these are available. Kidana is something that we are not, Rawaf is not going to be supporting. That's a very specialized camp that only one service provider is going to support it. So it is between Majar Al Kapsh and Al Muassam. Okay. So then let's see. The next one is service provider. Very important. Please select Rawaf because we can best support you if you are going with Rawaf. We can be with you there, inshallah ta'ala. And as we have said, Rawaf has the most number of packages. It will help you mostly. Duration, you can select the slider and you can select how many days you want this to be. Okay. So this will allow you to select, like you can see 33 days or 15 days, etc. So it'll tell you how many days. So here. Okay, so it will tell you the package duration. The cost of the package price, okay, per person. So you can select this one. It'll allow you to use the slider and set this up. Okay, so this is that part here. Let's see. Yes. Okay. So these are all the options. So once you do all this, you will, as you are seeing, as we are making changes, it kept refreshing the screen. Okay, so as you select, it'll keep refreshing it. Okay, so this is filtering is the second one. And then once you see this one, you can scroll down. You will have, if there are like more than 10 packages, you can keep scrolling to the next screen, and look at it. Okay, so this is one option. Now, there was a way to sort this. Okay, of course, the accommodation rating, how many stars you want, etc. So they've taken up this the sorting criteria. Okay, so this is second way of doing it. Now the third way is basically if you see the once you log into the Nusuk, first you have to log into Nusuk. Okay, we will provide you links to the packages that Rawaf has. You can take that URL and you can replace this URL. Okay, with that URL we provide, then immediately you will get the package. You'll go directly to the package. You don't have to go through all the searching, filtering, etc. So you just put the link there, and you are back into this thing. Okay. Now another thing that I want to show you here. Once you configure your most preferred package, okay, you're going to put it into the shopping cart. So when you put it in the shopping cart, it'll show you here which package you have selected. Okay, so on the day of the purchase, all you have to do is you have to come, click this one, you'll get this package. You click on the package, you are at the end basically to ready to do the purchase. So very, very fast you can do the purchase if you have done it, and if your e-wallet is to the amount that the total amount of all the member, you're ready to do a select and purchase basically at that point in time. Now, if that package is not available, let's say for some reason the number of seats in the package are sold out, then you have to go to the next package. This is when you come here, you have to empty your shopping cart first. First, you have to empty the shopping cart. You cannot have two packages in the shopping cart. So first you need to come, you say, okay, this package is not available, take it out. And then you can get to the listing of your preferred packages. You can pick one of the package from there. See here, view all packages. You you click on that one. That will give you a list of all the packages that you have preferred, and then you can select one of the package to be put into the shopping cart. But you will have to go through some configuration steps there. Okay, and this is why we want you to select the most optimal package in your shopping cart so that you are ready to click and get that package, inshallah ta'ala. Okay, so so this is that part. Okay, and now let me get back to this one. So we went through all this criteria. Support, we are available. Rawaf is available. Rawaf, if you can always go into Rawaf Global. For any local this thing, you can always join our chat group. We are always available. So Rawaf team is available for you all the time, inshallah ta'ala. Okay, I want to stop my presentation here, and I want to open up for questions. Okay, so if anybody wants to raise, if you have a question that you want to ask online, raise your hand. Brother Wasim, are you on?
Hello, do you hear me, please?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you have a question?
Can I ask question, please?
Just 1 minute, just 1 minute. Give me 1 minute, please. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead and ask your question.
Uh, Basically, just wondering if we have selected a package and then at the end of the day we have to buy that package, yeah. But in terms of a customized flight, we have to configure at the end, yeah. Once, for example, if I have selected a package now, once it's available, and then put on my card, shopping cart, and then later on when we are going to buy this package, do I have to select again my flight at that time, configure flight, because I have to do customized flight. I'm not in the UK, I'm in Malaysia at the moment.
Okay, not for your most preferred package, the one that's in your shopping cart, you don't need to reconfigure it. Okay, so that flight will be there in your this thing. But if you are, for example, if that one is not available, if you're going to go down your list, then you have to reconfigure it again. Okay, but as I said to you earlier, when you go back, when you're ready to purchase the package, the Al Masafir, which is the portal behind Nusuk for a custom flight, will go and check and see if the flights are available. Okay. So, and then it'll also check to see what is the current price today. And based on that, your total package price might change. Now,
The price might change. Yeah. Mhm.
my suggestion to anybody that, let's say you have to have a custom flight, there is no other way, like in your case or in cases where people have to drop their children off. Okay, my suggestion, and again please take this with a word of caution, okay, is try to get because you are required to get a flight as part of your package. That's part of the Nusuk requirement, right? So
Yeah.
get a short flight, like for example Dubai to Jeddah, okay,
Yes.
to
Yes.
confirm and meet the requirement of Nusuk, that you need to have a flight with the package, okay, and then later
Hmm.
on you can decide to get your own flight, however you want to do it,
Yes.
either to go to
Mhm.
Dubai or your own flight, okay, but at least to me
Mhm.
you'll meet the requirement by buying a custom flight for a short distance, okay.
Yes, I understand. But just a little one more thing in this regard.
Yes.
For example, the if I'm basically about to buy a package and the already selected flight is availability is not available at that time when we purchasing
Mhm.
the package, the seats not available or flights not available. That means I will have to go back to another package and reconfigure my flights, everything.
No, you don't have to go back to another package, but you'll have to reconfigure your flight. Okay, but
Okay.
understand my concern here. Okay, while you're doing all these things, that package might be gone
Ah, okay.
because
Okay.
our experience has been within an hour or two during the sales window of one, packages are gone. Okay, because they
Okay.
go like hot potatoes within an hour. So especially for countries such as the US, UK, France, and a few other countries, it just goes fast within an hour or two. Okay, so just be careful is all I'm sending, giving a word of caution to everybody. So with a custom flight, avoid if you can. If you have to, then do a short flight. Okay, all right.
Okay. Thank
Okay,
you. Thank you.
let me answer a few questions that are there on the Q&A. Um, Okay, so there's a question about what's the best time to top the e-wallet. Okay, is it better a few days before the purchase package? It's a bit risk. You have to, if you're willing to take a risk, that's okay. But we want you to have your e-wallet ready at least a few days before. Okay. Sometimes the credit, whether it's a credit card or a bank transfer, definitely you have to plan for a 10-day cycle. Okay. But even sometimes the credit card, even though your first $100 went through well, you can still end up having a challenge when you're doing thousands and thousands of dollars of transactions. So my suggestion, please do not wait until the end. Okay, plan like at least by 20th of January or like at least a week before your wallet is ready. Okay, that's my suggestion. The next question is the package will appear and the wallet will be activated. Suppose I select three options as a backup. So if one is no longer available, I can choose the second, so on, given that the package prices vary. What amount is required to be paid? Okay. The highest package. When you look at packages, for example, let's say you have selected 6 or 7 packages, go with the highest package under the assumption that that's what you might have to end up with. Okay, so if your highest package is $13,000, then you need to fund $13,000 for each member into your e-wallet. Okay, and if a large amount, if a large remaining balance exists due to this thing, there is a fee, there is a processing fee that Nusuk will charge. We will get to that in a little bit later, inshallah ta'ala. Okay, we will share some of these maps, inshallah ta'ala, in our WhatsApp group. Inshallah ta'ala, we'll do it. If I'm traveling with 69-year-old mother, okay, the question is if I'm traveling with an elderly person and she's able to walk, do I recommend Al Mawsim or Al Kabsh? Again, my recommendation is Al Mawsim only because of the number of seats available in Al Mawsim as opposed to Kabsh. Kabsh is definitely closer to the Jamarat. But if you are physically able to do it, my recommendation is go with Al Mawsim right for your preferred package itself, so that you're not wasting time going from, oh, Al Kap's finished, now go back and reconfigure the package to Al Mawsim. That is, you're wasting time. You don't want to do this thing, okay? I'm Canadian. Can I join to group flight in Germany? This year, the packages are not restricted to country. The visa quota is restricted to the country, so you can pick a package from anywhere. Okay. For example, if you find a package that is starting in Germany, you can buy it even though you're a Canadian resident. Okay, so you can do that one. Yes, that is possible. What would be the taxi cost from Zone M or C hotels to the Haram one way? Would we be able to get a free shuttle and we'll need a taxi? Okay. Rawaf has confirmed that they are going to improve the shuttle service this year, but from a taxi perspective, the cost can vary from 30 riyals to 200 riyals. Okay, it all depends on the timing and how you negotiate with the taxi person. Okay, in most of the cases, they will not use the meter because they know that there is a high demand. Generally, it can run anywhere from 30 to about 100 riyals or so. Generally, it's about 70 to 80 riyals you have to take into consideration. You mentioned in webinar the most packages. Yes, the most the packages are like, I believe it's about 21 days. I don't believe there is a package for more than 21 days. Okay. What happens to funds left in the e-wallet after the package is purchased? You can request a withdrawal, not a refund. Please do not use the word refund because refund means refund the package. So please do not use the term refund. You can withdraw the funds from this thing and it'll go back to your original payment method. Yes. If I have a debit card that is Visa or MasterCard, do you still recommend? I still recommend credit card only simply because debit cards have a smaller limit that you can transfer. And the other challenge with the debit card is it's still a bank transfer. Remember that. Debit card is you're taking the funds out of your account and sending it out, right? So banks are still very concerned about such transactions. So there could be fraud alerts and that can block your transaction and delay it basically. Can you show the hotel distance photo again? I will do that, inshallah ta'ala. Just give me a few minutes. I'll come back to that. Are we able to keep all the money in for next year? Yes, you can. It is safer. I mean, there are pros and cons to leaving the funds in the e-wallet for next year. Okay. One is you don't have access to the funds. That's one. Secondly, you don't know what the situation would be next year. Allahu alam for yourself, etc. So these are something. But on the other hand, if you withdraw, there is a penalty. There is a transaction fee. So if you want to avoid that, and if you want to avoid any foreign transaction fee, for example, in case if you have it, so it is a good idea to leave it there. But it's a decision that you have to make. If we are early and hotel check-in has not been opened, where can we wait? This is a very tricky situation. Rawaf is trying to do the level best to schedule the flights to arrive when the check-ins are available, when the hotels are available. In fact, I had a discussion with Brother Hassan recently about this one, where one flight was coming in with a 12-hour wait. He did not want to develop that package because having the Hujjaj wait in the hotel lobby for 12 hours is not the most pleasant thing that Rawaf wants to see. Okay. So, but in case if flight comes in earlier, something happens, you have to wait in the lobby. If the hotel rooms are available, inshallah ta'ala, we will try to get you into your room, but otherwise you just have to wait in the hotel. What are the different package durations? As I said earlier, there are 10 days, there is 12 days, there are 14 days, up to 21 days. Okay, you have to just look at each package and make a decision. Okay. I still cannot activate my e-wallet. E-wallet has not been activated yet. Okay. Can you use debit card? I think I answered the question. When we are in Medina, do we still keep the hotel in Mecca? Well, if you are if your package takes you to Medina, your Makkah hotel is not available for you. Okay. You have the hotel in Medina, and then when you go to Makkah, then you have the Makkah hotel. Now, if this question is, in case if you decide in the middle to travel to Medina for a day or so, for whatever reason, yes, you have your hotel available. So the duration that the package shows the hotel availability for you in Makkah, you have that hotel. The duration it shows that you have a hotel in Medina during that period of time, you have the hotel, not beyond that. Okay. I got rejection last couple of times for like please enter expiry date. Should be valid for at least 6 months. Absolutely, this is something that we've been clearly making it. Saudi does have a 6 month requirement. Most of the countries will have that before they issue the visa. There is a 6 month validity requirement. Okay, this is something that I have been emphasizing from last 2-3 months. If your passport expires anytime before October-November timeframe, to quickly, immediately get this one. Instead of wasting time on this one, please don't waste time to see if you can get an expedited renewal of your passport. How do we get the most optimal package, and which airport should we pick for us who live in Atlanta? Again, look at the package that makes the most sense to you. Hold the gateway question back for yourself. Put that in a lower criteria. You can go from Washington, you can go from Detroit, JFK, Chicago. All these are possible. This is a question about people who are living in Atlanta. Okay. So put the gateway aside and look for a package that most suits you, either Washington, JFK, Chicago, or Detroit. They are all possible airports. Okay. Will the system allow multiple users to add the same package to the shopping cart? Well, for each account, you pick one package that applies to everybody in your account. Okay. What is the method of payment? I think we discussed it. It's a credit card, MasterCard, Visa, or a bank account. If I use multiple credit cards to fund the e-wallet, how will Nusuk choose which credit card? This is a good question. They go in the form that the funds started coming in. The first card, second card, third card. This is my understanding. I'm not certain, but that's how I believe they do it. Okay. We are planning on going to Hajj as a family of 4, inshallah, and 2 adult daughters. If we choose quadruple room, are we all going to be assigned to the same room? Okay. This is something that inshallah we are going to try and make it happen, but we cannot commit to that because the hotel room occupancy policy is based on gender. Okay, but Rawaf and like us as a team, we will do our level best to accommodate you and get you into a single room, but just be prepared in case it's not possible. Just be prepared, inshallah ta'ala, but we will do our level best, inshallah ta'ala. Okay. Do you have any package with group flight of Saudi Airlines from JFK Airport? Let me quickly. This is a question that we will get later on, inshallah ta'ala. But let me see if I have some information here that I can share. We will get back to you on this question. Okay, inshallah ta'ala, we'll try to get this back to you, inshallah ta'ala. Okay, unfortunately I joined a little bit late, so I did not catch how to activate the e-wallet. Is there any recording for this session? We do not have a recording of this session, but if you are in our group chat, you can go to our playlist. We have videos from the last. We covered this in our last webinar and the webinar before. You can watch the video, inshallah ta'ala. Okay. What time typically packages? The e-wallet is not ready for activating anyways. Okay. What time typically package is open for people? We do not have an exact time. We do not. Generally, it does open after Fajr time generally, but we cannot be certain. Can you show the credit card list that works better? Inshallah ta'ala, we'll share that in our group chat in a little bit, inshallah ta'ala. Of the vein zones as well, inshallah ta'ala, we will do it. We'll share the map of the various zones. Inshallah, we'll share it in the chat immediately after the end of the session. With bank recommend for the Netherlands for credit card. I'm sorry, I am not familiar with it, but we'll check on that and we'll get back to you. We are all waiting for e-wallet. Yes, we are all waiting for it. Please, we don't have a firm time frame. Please be patient about it. The reason that we find is it's actually to our benefit, actually. Okay. From what I understand, Ministry found that some packages were priced a little bit higher. Not from Rawaf. Rawaf already has 21 packages into the Nusuk. They're waiting for Nusuk to open up. There were some providers that had packages which are higher than what Ministry of Hajj wanted. They have asked them to reduce it. So that one is under the works by that service provider. Until that is not done, from my understanding, they will not be able to open up this one. So just hold on for that one. Okay. How do I know my package is booked? You will get an email, as well as if you go into your account and look at it under your profile, it will tell you my package. That's how you know that you have the package. If a package includes both Makkah and Medina, does the return? Okay. All packages will include Makkah, Medina. Medina is a requirement from Ministry of Hajj. All packages will include Medina. Does the return flight go from Medina, or do we have to go back to Makkah for return flight? Rawaf will make sure that you have proper transportation. If, for example, you're going to Medina at the end, and if your flight is not from Medina and it's from Jeddah, Rawaf will make sure you have a transportation from Medina to Jeddah, inshallah ta'ala. You don't need to worry about it. I'm from Seattle. Salam, this from Seattle. I want to know how to get the visa. The visa will be available for you once you buy the package. The visa will be available on the Nusuk itself. My registration is still not approved. A few times, Risabina is under verification. Should I be worried? No, don't be worried. Inshallah ta'ala, it is taking. Remember, there are about 500,000 registrants this year, so it's a very large amount. Nusuk is going through it, but some of these we have made some suggestions on how to keep checking. Please keep checking with that one, inshallah ta'ala. Should the driver license that we use for residency proof to be valid for at least 6 months? I believe yes, it is. It does need to be valid for 6 months. Okay. Do we have package from Dallas and stopover in Istanbul? Nope. I don't believe there is a package with a stopover in Istanbul, but there are packages from Dallas. Okay. Okay, there is a suggestion. We'll work with that later. I have tried to get packages from my father and mother in the last few years. Unfortunately, not. This year, I'm trying to get packages. Updated information in the account. I cannot see the e-wallet. E-wallet is still not. I hope to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala you do get the package, sister. My son and I want to have double room. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. When you get to the package occupancy, if a double room is if a double room is offered, you can select it, inshallah ta'ala. How does the progress of setting a wish list of packages in case is sold out? How do you also know that the purchase has been successful? I answered about the purchase. From your preferred packages, I think I talked about it earlier. If the first one is not available, sold out, you would go empty your cart, and then you would look at your preferred packages and you'd progress it into the shopping cart, but you have to go through the configuration and you'll complete the configuration, inshallah. What's a typical stay in Medina? It's generally 2 to 3 days. Generally, it's not a longer period. If I wasn't able to await, do you refund full amount? There is a transaction fee that you need to. When you request not refund, please withdrawal. there is a certain percentage that's held up. I believe it's about 2%. Okay. What airlines are going from Chicago? This is something that I don't have the immediate information, but we'll try to figure this out, inshallah ta'ala. Okay. Let me go to the people who have their hands raised. Wafa, I have unmuted you. You can go ahead and mute yourself.
Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Walaikum salam, sister. I hope that was not too fast. Okay, but go ahead.
No, you're okay. Jazakallah kul khair. I was asking if, la samahallah, we tried to get in on the day of logging to purchase the package, and we didn't have the nasib for the trip. Would you do a full refund, or I just heard you said is it going to be 2% you're taking from the amount?
There is a processing fee that Nusuk will hold back. Okay, that's about 2%, I believe, this year. Okay, last year it was a little bit lower. This year it's a 2%. Okay.
Okay, and is it true that sometimes I heard that for the day that we log on the site to get those packages, it's gonna be very, very busy, and you have to be like kind of waiting hours and hours and hours. Is that true? How can I make it fast? How can I? Yeah.
Okay. Yes, because you have to understand the Nusuk opens it up for its entire region, all the countries. Okay. And unfortunately, the bandwidth does go down. My understanding is this year they have improved it, but it is true that you have to try it a few times. Generally, we run into the OTP issues where OTP comes in late and then it expires, etc. Yes, there is an issue with that one, but we are hoping, inshallah ta'ala, this year it will not happen. As we progress in our webinars, we will try to find some ways how to overcome that one, and we will share it, inshallah ta'ala. Okay? But right now, for now, work through your registration, work through your package selection, and inshallah ta'ala, Allah will grant you the Hajj, inshallah.
At this point, when we come to log on for the purchase, I believe we should be filling our wallet at this time, right?
No, wallet is still not open. Packages have still not been released.
No. I mean before we purchase, before we log in.
Oh, yes. At least. I hope you were in this webinar from the beginning. Okay, you need to configure, have your packages ready, select your packages, and your fund should be in your e-wallet. At least my expectation is I want to see everybody having the funds topped up at least a week before the sale window, which is expected to be the 3rd or 4th of February. Okay.
A week before the purchasing day.
Correct.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, brother.
You're welcome. Okay. Is the quad room the most affordable room? Yes, quad room is the most affordable room. Most of the packages will be configured, will be priced with the quad room. If you want to change it, that's where you have to change it. Okay. Do packages specify number of people? For instance, a room for 2 people. Well, the packages will not show it. They will come when you get, there is a screen which is basically an occupancy screen that will tell you which options are available, quad, triple, or double. It will tell you what it is, and it will also tell you what is the additional cost involved in that one. Okay. If there are no more questions, inshallah ta'ala, we can go ahead and wrap it up. Jazakallah khair for everyone that attended. We hope to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, each one of us that is on the call gets a chance. I see a few people have raised their hand in the last minute. Okay, I will go ahead and allow it. Okay, ATX1. While I'm waiting for the ATX1, please, with your emojis, please tell us if this webinar was helpful. And inshallah ta'ala, we'll later on request you to also tell us what we can.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Please go ahead, please.
This is Misbah Muhammad Abdullah. Yes, last year also we tried with you.
Yes, inshallah ta'ala.
Anyway, please pray for us. Just I want to know, in selecting the train from airport to Makkah or Makkah to Jeddah, Makkah to Medina to Jeddah, if you choose it, it makes any chances, you lower the chances to get the
No,
package?
no. It has nothing to do
Because
with it.
there's depends on the ticket purchasing. If it
No,
is
It has. I'm sorry. I get your question. Let me answer your question. Okay.
okay, please.
Your selection of packages are already configured to say this package is with the train. It'll tell you on the screen when you get to the package detail screen. It'll tell you this package is based on Haramain train, or it'll tell you it's based on it includes a bus. Okay. So selecting one or the other does not reduce or increase your chances. Okay.
Okay, so if still I want to change from bus to train, does it make any problem?
No, it does not. Basically, if you want to change that, basically what you're saying is the package includes a bus, but I want to use the train. That is an arrangement you'll have to make on your own.
Oh,
Okay.
no, that's a big problem.
Okay. Right. You'll have to, but I mean, it's not a big problem, but you could do it, but that's what you have to do basically.
No,
Okay.
again, we have to meet with the team. It makes problem. Anyway, so
We
how
can
many
discuss this
hours
later.
it
Don't
takes
worry about it.
usually? How many hours it takes from Medina to Makkah, Eid bus, that time, Bashar time?
But bus can be anywhere from 4 to 6 hours. Train is about hour and a half to 2 hours.
Then 4 to 6 hours, it's okay.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
okay, thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. iPhone K4Q something. You can unmute yourself. Go ahead, please.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
My name is Masoom, and my father-in-law just asked this question before me. One of the question I put in the chat is that we tried to get the package last year. Unfortunately we were not able to get it. We left those fund in the e-wallet. This year we're trying, inshallah, again. I was able to reactivate his account and was able to see all the information and updated some information, but was not able to see any fund. Is that because the e-wallet is not activated or open yet?
If you had put the funds last year, and if you should be able to see your e-wallet if it's approved again. Did you go through the approval process again from last year? Upload the documents and all that? You need to do that if you haven't done it. Okay.
Oh, yes, we did that. I think we're still waiting for the approval. I think that's the reason I was not able
That's
to
a
see the
reason.
e-wallet.
That's
Okay.
a reason.
So once
Yeah.
that is approved, I should be able to see those previous
Inshallah.
funds.
Yes, you
Inshallah.
should be able to see that. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
You're welcome. Walaikum salam. Okay, you mentioned anyone can buy any package from any country. Somebody is asking the question, is it possible that someone buy a package of another country by mistake? I'm sorry, you gotta be careful, okay? Once you buy the package, you bought the package. We cannot make changes to that one. I mean, all that basically means is instead of flying out of Chicago, you bought a package flying out of France, okay? So you'll have to make a connecting flight to France. So once you buy the package, you bought it. So this is why we are going through our webinars regularly, like twice a week almost. We are going to increase our webinars to twice a week. Rawaf has several webinars to get you familiarized so that you don't make this mistake, okay? The primary account holder will be making the purchase. If you buy a package, you'll know it immediately within the hour, even within the minutes. If not within the hour, you will know it, inshallah ta'ala. Okay. Please do not, if you do not get a package, as I've said, please do not request the refund, the withdrawal immediately. Please do not use the term refund, the withdrawal. Please do not request the withdrawal immediately because you might have chances more in the phase 2 or possibly in phase 3. Okay. Are custom flights cheaper compared to flights? I don't believe so. But then again, this is a marketplace. It is a possible. Okay. All right. I see. I'm going to freeze this one. I'm going to take the last question from Masood, and then we have to wrap up, inshallah. Brother Masood, go ahead, please.
Assalamu alaikum. Jazakallah khair, brother. Talking about packages from around the world, from previous webinars, you mentioned phases of quotas, and my understanding is in February, inshallah, the the US quota will be open, and then maybe phase 2 or 3, then the worldwide packages will be open for us as from the US.
Hold it, Brother Masood. Sorry for interrupting. Okay, it's a quota that will be opened up, not the package. Packages are available for everybody. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, I mean quota, like the purse. When we in February, we'll be purchasing the quota from my understanding from the US, and then phase 2 or 3, I don't remember. Then from other countries, right?
Correct.
So, for example, you cannot choose like from other countries in February, like in the first.
Yes, you can.
phase.
Yes, you can. It's it's just the quota that is impacted, meaning there is a quota for United States. If that quota is available, you will get the package. Okay, not the packages, the entire Nusuk packages, you can view it and you can purchase it. But if the quota runs out, then you cannot purchase the package, whether it is US package or European package. Okay?
Okay. Jazakallah khair.
Okay. Jazakallah khair for everybody for attending. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll just take one last question from 720. Please go ahead, and this will be the final one. 720. Yes. Somebody with 720. 720401.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, brother.
Akhi, thank you so much. I just have a quick question. I missed the webinar because of I thought it was 6:30 on my city, but it was 5:30 on Chicago. I just got here, so the recording is when it's going to be available.
We are not sure we'll be able to release the recording from this one, but we will think about it. Okay. All right. I'm sorry about it. Okay, but join our webinar on Saturday. We will cover some of this material, inshallah.
Marhaba. Jazakallah. Jazakallah khair.
Barakallah. Jazakallah khair for everyone. Keep your chat open. I'm going to share some of the information in just a few minutes. Some of the slides that were asked for, I'm going to share it. So just stay on the chat, whoever wants that information. And Jazakallah khair for everyone. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Wal asr innal insana lafi khusr illa alladhina amanu wa amilus salihati wa tawasaw bil haqqi wa tawasaw bis sabr. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant each one of us the opportunity for Hajj Baitullah and bring us back with a Hajj Mabrur. And from our side, we are very humbly thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the honor He has given us to serve the people, inshallah ta'ala. Wassalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.